You're listening to Impact Wrestling Radio with Mark and Steve. Today we're going to review Impact Wrestling from the 7th of July.
Okay, Mick, so we kicked off the show with a recap of Hogan and Sting feud from last week. Basically just you know, showing what was happening. Sting turning into a Joker character again. There was a bit of back and forth confrontation between the two. Hogan said that he was going to make Sting pay, and obviously later in the show we saw what happened there.
Yeah.
Alright, so we had Immortal basically open the show with we had Bully Ray, Stein, and Gunner in the ring. Bully Ray calls out Mr. Anderson. What was quite funny in this segment was Bully Ray. He called Mr. Anderson a I think he called him a jag-off as opposed to a jack-off, and I thought jag-off.
Yeah, I was thinking, what the hell then?
What's a jag-off? And basically, what was also interesting, Bully Ray said that he conceded that Immortal really do need Anderson, but they also said that Anderson needs them in order to keep on, a hold of the world title.
Yeah. So basically, the main style of the promo was Anderson has to pick sides.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So yeah, what was funny as well was Steiner said he's going to do the screwing, and I thought, oh,
yeah.
Jesus. Right, so we had for the evening we had Sting and Angle versus the 4 members of Immortal. Abyss wasn't in the ring at the time, and Gunner basically tells Mr. Anderson he needs to decide on Immortal by the end of the show. So you're either with Immortal or you're against Immortal.
But I swear Kurt came out and Angle slammed them or something.
Yeah, no, Angle did come out and he did Angle slammed Scott Steiner and Gunner.
Yeah, so the bottom line is Anderson had to pick sides by the end of the show. Right, moving on to the first match. It was Crimson v Bobby Roode in the Bound for Glory series.
Yeah, still some injury. I've got injured arm, huge factor again. We'll expect Crimson to get the pin victory, which he did. Crimson looked pretty impressive. Good net breaker by Roode from the corner. Bridgewater armbar by Roode, got the rope break, and Crimson picked up the win with the red sky for the 1-2-3.
AKA Sky High.
From good old D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, nice change there. Okay, after this match we went to a backstage thing. Abyss has basically lost his mask, and then it cuts to Kendrick, who has his mask in his possession.
I was kind of hoping that Kendrick would keep the mask until the pay-per-view, because he doesn't. Well, what's the point in taking a mask just for a week that you don't even realise until the actual show has gone live that he's even got it?
Thinking about it was kind of pointless. He might as well have just gone to the ring and called him out.
yeah, exactly. You don't need to take the mask. I suppose that's the only way to get him out there. But once he's given the mask back to Abyss, he's going to get beat down, and Abyss obviously did the duty and bit the shit out of Kendrick.
But I like this because it makes me care about Kendrick a lot more going into pay-per-view, because it defines how much of an upset this will be if Kendrick does beat Abyss.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's a fair point to make. Obviously Kendrick's a major underdog, just like anybody else on the roster against Abyss is an underdog.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether they're over or not. You just look at the size of Abyss, so it's 6'8", 350 pounds or something. Probably more close to 400 pounds actually. I think most people think Kendrick is gonna go over because he's got the fans behind him. He is Destination X, and if they want to revive the X Division, they're gonna put the belt on a guy that isn't actually an X Division wrestler. And
if you listen in tomorrow, we should have a full preview of the pay-per-view up on my YouTube channel. Okay, moving on to match of the night, triple threat: Jack Evans v Jesse Sorensen versus
Anthony Nese. Anthony Nese and Jesse Sorensen, never really seen them before. Maybe you've seen them if you watched New York Wrestling Connection or River City Wrestling, you might have seen them there. Jack Evans, obviously a 10-year pro, trained by the Hart family, who's been in Ring of Honor, been in CZW, been in AAA for about 4 years. Hot star in Mexico, had some really good matches down there. Alright, to the match, we kicked off with a test of strength by all of the guys. A couple of quick roll-ups. Sorensen was apparently trained by Team 3D, which is quite interesting because it never showed off. Beautiful drop kick, actually beautiful drop kick by Sorensen, I've got to say.
Yeah.
That was a really good drop kick. Nese turns Jack Evans inside out with a clothesline. Sorensen cannonball over the top rope to the floor. 450 by Jack Evans off the top rope by a springboard, taking out Nese and Sorensen. That was pretty cool. Sorensen with a swinging net break to cover. Evans standing moonsault and then he hit the corkscrew 630 splash from Evans for the win. I'll put a 4-star match. It was quite impressive. It had a lot of spots, but Jack Evans, you're going to get a lot of spots.
It was clear from the start Evans was going to go over here with all the breakdowns into the ring, and this leads us up to a nice fatal 4-way at the pay-per-view, doesn't it?
Yeah, a 4-way, Eon versus Austin Aries versus Loki versus Jack Evans. Austin Aries probably get the win at the pay-per-view, I've got to be honest with you.
But all the guys deserve it, in my opinion.
They all deserve it, but they've got to ask themselves, do they want an established guy like Loki or Austin Aries, both who have worked for the company before? Both, I'm not sure if Austin Aries was X-Division champion. I don't think he was. Loki definitely was.
Yeah.
Or do you want two new guys? Now Jack Evans is not necessarily a new guy. New guy to TNA, not a new guy to your hardcore fan. Or do you want a guy like Zima Eon, who was Argentinian, I believe?
You've got to look past the sort of spot monkeys here. Jack Evans, although nice moves, he doesn't really seem to have the promo skills and such to get himself over. And like Generation Me, if they signed him after a few weeks, his hype would all die down, in my opinion. Okay, moving on. Doug Williams issued an open challenge at Destination X.
Yep.
I'm not 100% who this is going to be. We were talking earlier, we thought maybe someone from Gen Me. Everyone else seems to already have a spot at the pay-per-view, so I don't know who it could be.
Anybody of that side. He could be someone like Anarchia. He would make...
I hope not. Yeah, okay. What we've got Velvet Sky next. Basically backstage, building up hype for the match. Says if ODB and Jackie get pinned, they have to leave and not come back again to bother her. Still carrying on this whole I've been bullied my whole life thing, which doesn't make sense, which you touched on last week, I believe.
Yeah. Didn't make any sense because it's kind of obvious that girl was never bullied when she was younger, because you only have to look at it to see that she wasn't bullied.
Well, before the match we also had Kurt and Sting backstage as well, carrying on Sting's crazy gimmick. Quite a funny promo that backstage.
He seems to be playing the character quite well though. I've got a hand to Sting, he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Okay, so ODB and Jackie in match 3 of the night. Typical Velvet Sky match, I'd say. Nothing spectacular here. Highlight of the match was probably ODB nicking Velvet's entrance. ODB misses the steel chair hit, hits Jackie in the head, and then Velvet hits the DDT.
Yeah, spike DDT for the win. What's interesting about this, and it's interesting for the wrong reasons. Like, this is the end of Jackie, this is the last we're going to see Jackie, it's kind of obvious. ODB is actually listed on the TNA website as on the roster. So ODB is not going anywhere. They might use Jackie for another couple of weeks, but she'll eventually fade out. But what they should have done was they should have had the stipulation, right, if you lose, you're gone. If you win, you have contracts. There was no you win, you get contracts on the line. So it sort of kills this storyline.
What was the actual stipulation for this match? You leave?
The actual stipulation for this match was if Jackie and ODB lose, they've gone from TNA.
Well, that's ridiculous. Once again, TNA are once again not going to follow through on one of their promises.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The match. We'll see them next week, most likely. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we probably, they've
given a chance, but most likely.
You'll probably see something like them trying to break in the back door or something, and I'll be rushing security. I think Foley did it before when he got fired at some point.
Moving on to the 4th match, a match which we felt was actually really well hyped last week for once, like it was built up beforehand. It was a fatal, 4-way corners match. Daniels, Styles, Lynn and RVD. We were all quite excited about this match over at Impact Wrestling Radio, but I think this match didn't quite live up to the hype in my opinion.
No, I do agree with you on that, but there's only so much you can really do with 4 guys that you've all got to get on TV. Right, so we started this with Lynn and Daniels starting off. Nice head scissors. It was nice head scissors by Jim into Daniels from the corner. The great standoff by RVD and Jerry Lynn after all the reversals because they know each other so well. I remember them doing that in ECW, to reach Treads maybe 99. And they did that exact same thing, and it got over big time. Anyway, Stone Moonsault into the Rolling Thunder by RD was pretty impressive. I quite like that. Jerry Lynn in this match was really good, I've got to be honest. I thought he was quite hard work. I know he's not been doing too many dates, I know he had a few injuries last year in particular. Obviously, 5-star frog splash from Rob Van Dam for the free count and gets the win.
I couldn't help myself throughout this match looking at AJ Styles and thinking, you really have been buried recently, haven't you? Because he didn't even hit a wide range of his moves in this match. It just felt like he was the guy in the background in this match.
I've not seen him hit the Pele kick
yeah,
in a
he
while.
didn't hit that in this match. I was looking out for it, which is quite surprising because he'd normally get that in every single match.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping he wins at the pay-per-view and they build his character up, because man, does he need it. Next up, we had match 5 of the night. It was Matt Morgan and James Storm versus the Pope and Devon in another tag Bound for Glory series match.
Yeah, Bound for Glory. You know, who really wanted to see this match? No one in particular. We had, James Storm and Devon start the match with a quick 2 count. Pope made quick tags because he didn't really want to be in there. He wanted to, show Devon that he was actually being a bit of a workhorse, when in reality all he wanted to do was get a cheap win. Morgan, extremely predictable with the elbows in the corner to, I think it's James Storm. Morgan balls the hell out of me, I've got to be honest with you. There's a nice drop kick by the Pope to Morgan on the apron. Morgan pulls Storm off for the pin, because obviously you can get the pin before you get the points. Devon hits both Morgan and James Storm. What was interesting from that was James Storm sold it about fucking 30 seconds after he actually got hit. Yeah. It looked pretty amateurish. Morgan injured his leg apparently, so they're going to do something like that down the line. Pope smashes Storm with the tag belt and allows Devon to get the pin.
Why the fuck is Jeff Jarrett come back if he had to leave for Mexico?
Yeah.
Once again, TNA not filling through on their promises.
I'm wondering whether when Jarrett comes back next week, the surprise will be that he used the AAA World Champion. Surprise, 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 not.
I couldn't give a fuck what he's done. I'm so angry about this. Once again, they're not bothering.
Yeah, exactly. They never seem
coming back in the first place.
He should come back in 6 months' time and do no promos. Get himself over with AAA. Get the TNA name big in Mexico, because that's exactly what WWE are doing at the moment. And AAA get ratings of like. Dude, they got ratings like in the 7.2, 7.3 sort of range, and that's a bad night. Yeah. On their hottest shows, they can get ratings that are close to a 10.0. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jarrett basically said he's going to have a surprise for Immortal next week, and we'll stay tuned to find out what that's going to be.
Not that we'll care.
Exactly.
Okay, just before the main event match, we saw. Sting backstage with Hogan. Hogan was punching him, and then he hit Sting with a bat. Sting was injured and couldn't get out to this match, which left Angle in a 4-on-1 against Immortal. Immortal with Abyss, Bully Ray, Gunner, and
Scotty Steiner.
Scotty Steiner, yeah. Angle kind of mugged Gunner off a bit in this match at times. Letting him get the tag after he beat down on him for a bit. Not much going on. This match kind of killed the show for me. Yeah,
this match was absolute bullshit, really. You got a 4-on-1. Angle taking control of Immortal. They all look like geeks. He's throwing him around the entire ring, getting suplex after suplex after suplex after belly to belly to belly. Angle getting an ankle lock on Abyss. Immortal storm the ring, and some music hits. Anderson goes to mic check Bully Ray, but then decides, oh no, I'm not going to mic check Bully Ray, I'm going to mic check Kurt Angle. Turns on Angle, Bully Ray gets the pin, Anderson jumps on Abyss, joining Immortal, Hogan comes out, applauding Anderson. Fucking bollocks.
Yeah.
You may as well just call it the NWO. Just get it over and done with, just call it the NWO.
But as you said earlier, you don't think this is going to be a permanent fixture with Anderson?
No. I don't see it. Anderson's obviously, his character's an asshole, and assholes have a tendency of screwing people over. So all Anderson's going to do is he's going to make sure that he's got a sweet deal with Immortal for the time being while he's the champion, keep the belt, and then when he feels like Immortal's coming to an end or it's weekend, he'll leave with the belt. Simple as that.
Okay, quickly, what would you rate the show for tonight?
Before the main event, I'd have given it a 4 out of 5. It's quite a good show.
Yeah.
After the main event, 3 out of 5. Simple as that. Immortal. It's not so much Hogan, but it's Immortal, and the whole thing. It's all about Immortal. Just like it was all about the main event Mafia. Just like it was all about the NWO and WCW. It can't all be about them. You've got a lot of talent on this show, and you can't have the older guys holding down the spotlight so that you don't let the younger guys come through. Because we had that in WCW for years, and that's what killed the company.
Yeah, okay, that's about it, isn't it? Nothing more else to say?
Nothing more, mate.
Anything else? No? Okay.
We just we'll have a preview for Destination X tomorrow.
Yeah, look out for that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thanks.